Welcome to this explainer. Look, today we're tackling something seriously exciting. We're diving deep into Anthropic's Claude Code, and we're going to take you all the way from absolute terminal basics to, get this, managing an entire team of autonomous AI subagents. It's going to be a fun ride.
Let me ask you something. Are you ready for a junior developer that literally lives right inside your command line? Imagine having an assistant that just totally bypasses traditional IDEs, things like Cursor or Copilot, and gets to work directly where your code actually executes. That's exactly what we're looking at today.
And honestly, the value proposition here is kind of insane. For roughly 1,650 rupees a month, which is the cost of a Claude Pro subscription, you are getting access to one of the absolute most powerful coding agents in the entire industry. I mean, we're talking about an agent driven by the massive capabilities of the Sonnet and Opus models.
Okay, so here's the game plan for today. We'll start off by meeting your new terminal assistant, and then we'll look at how to build project memory. After that, we're mastering AI context, playing around with tools and custom commands, unlocking some serious superpowers with MCC servers, and finally, my favorite part, delegating to subagents. Let's get right into it.
First up, meeting your terminal assistant and bypassing the IDE entirely.
Moving right along, let's talk about building project memory. This is essentially how we give Claude a cheat sheet.
So setting this whole thing up is super easy, just a quick global NPM installation. But you might be wondering, how does it actually learn the very specific architecture and framework of your unique codebase so fast? Well, it all comes down to a little file called claude.md. Think of it as a mini project documentation file, but it's specifically written for the AI, not for human developers. When you just run the /init command in your terminal, Claude actually goes in, audits all your files, and generates this living document. It captures your entire tech stack, your folder structures, your coding styles, meaning Claude is making highly intelligent, informed decisions from day one. But here's where it gets really good. You can actually go in and manually edit this file to include your specific rules. Say, for example, you want to tell Claude exactly how to name and place your test files using Vitest. Once you drop that rule in there, Claude flawlessly follows that convention during every single code generation. Literally no more correcting the AI's folder placements, it just gets it right. Okay, moving on to mastering AI context. Basically, learning how to properly talk to your assistant. Context is literally the secret sauce here. It's the difference between garbage output and a 90% improvement in your results. If you just type "fix the link," Claude is completely blind. Honestly, it's like walking into a crowded room and just yelling, "banana." Nobody knows what you're talking about. But if you provide context, just by opening the button.view file in your editor or highlighting a specific text block, you are handing Claude the exact target it needs. It reads the specific file and fixes it instantly, with absolutely zero confusion. So because context is so important, managing your AI's memory effectively is a big deal. Claude Code has a 200,000 token limit per session. If you overload it, tossing too many files its way, you'll see performance start to drop. To prevent this, you've got 4 super simple commands to keep things running smoothly. You use /compact to summarize your chat, /clear to wipe the history for a fresh start, while importantly keeping those claude.md rules we talked about. Then there's /exit for a brand new session, and /res, which is great for resuming an older session with its context completely intact.
All right, next up, tools and custom commands, and how we can automate all those annoying repetitive tasks.
To really get the most out of this workflow, you kind of need to understand how Claude actually edits your files under the hood. It relies on a set of hidden tools. Now, the read tool lets it review your files freely, no problem. But for the edit tool to modify your actual code, or the bash tool to execute terminal commands, it needs your explicit permission. Claude will automatically pause and ask for your approval. But here is a massive pro tip for you. You can select the yes and don't ask again option. This saves your preference in a locally hidden .claude/settings.local.json file. It auto-allows those safe commands moving forward, and trust me, it saves you tons of time.
But wait, it gets better. You can actually build your own custom /commands in 3 really simple steps. By just making a markdown file and defining your YAML arguments right there in a dedicated commands directory, you can create massive shortcuts. We're talking about generating complex, standardized view components with just a single one-line command, completely bypassing a long, drawn-out Q&A session with the AI.
Let's step it up a notch. We're talking superpowers with MCP servers, breaking outside the terminal.
So how does it do this? It's all thanks to the Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short.
Think of MCP as a plugin system on steroids. It literally gives Claude external superpowers way beyond your local hard drive. It creates a secure connection for your terminal assistant to reach out and access external databases, live websites, and a massive ecosystem of third-party tools.
Two absolutely essential plugins I really want to highlight here are Playwright and Context 7. Playwright is wild. It lets Claude literally open a web browser, click around, and take screenshots for you. And Context 7? That is an absolute must install. You know how AI models have training cutoff dates, right? Meaning they might not know the absolute newest framework updates. Well, Context 7 fixes that. It fetches the latest live documentation straight from the web, ensuring your AI assistant is never ever crippled by outdated training data. And finally, delegating to subagents. This is where we build your actual AI dev team.
Imagine this. What if you had multiple AI agents working together on your project at the exact same time? By using the /agents command, you can actually delegate specific niche tasks, like running security audits or doing visual testing, to highly specialized sub-agents. All the while, your main Claude instance acts like a senior developer, just overseeing the whole operation.
Let me paint a picture for you. Let's say you create a visual UX reviewer. This is a custom subagent that autonomously opens up a localhost server using that Playwright tool we talked about. It clicks through your newly coded login form, takes screenshots across mobile and desktop views, and then returns visual feedback straight to your main Claude instance. And it does all of this without modifying the source code directly. You guys, it's literally like having a dedicated QA tester sitting right next to you at your desk.
And customizing these agents? It's a breeze. Honestly, it's best to just let Claude generate the initial setup for you. It creates a neat little YAML file where you can customize the whole shebang. You can set the agent's name, lock down its tool access to make it strictly read-only, choose the underlying AI model, like Sonnet, for instance, and you can even pick a custom terminal color, like orange, so you know exactly which agent is speaking to you at any given time.
When you zoom out, the real value of this entire workflow is pretty simple. Claude handles the repetitive bugs, the small code styling tweaks, and the initial reviews, so that you can focus your energy on the important, high-level work. It's a massive, massive multiplier for your daily productivity and, frankly, your career trajectory. So now that you've got this entire AI development team living right inside your terminal, fully equipped with custom memory, those crazy external MCP superpowers, and highly specialized sub-agents, what are you going to build next? The possibilities are pretty much endless here. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Now get out there, install Claude Code, and push the boundaries of what you can build.